2, 1, and we're on.
Hi, everybody. This is Love Coach Ronnie and Ryan, and I'm here today with my friend and colleague, Moira Hutchison from wellnesswithmoira.com. And Moira is a
mindset cultivator.
That's it. Mindset cultivator. So sorry. I say it.
Tarot reader.
Right. And tarot reader. And she really does a whole bunch of incredibly wonderful things, really into the energy and that sort of thing. So we're here today with the love forecast for the month of February 2020. And of course, it's the big month because
that's right. This is the love month.
The love month. We have Valentine's Day and we have Galentine's Day. Have you heard of Galentine's Day?
No.
What's Galentine's Day? Something new. It started from a TV show called Parks and Rec. Amy Poehler is the actor on that. She was from Saturday Night Live, and she decided to throw a brunch for her girlfriends, and she called it Galentine's Day because they were all single, I guess. So it's really taken off, and I have a Pinterest page for it and everything now. So, and I just think it's fabulous because everybody should celebrate the love they have in their life.
Absolutely.
And expand how you consider love so you don't have to feel left out, because it's not just about romantic love. There's so many different kinds of love in the world, and there's plenty available to you no matter who you are. Mm-hmm. And then we're going to tell you what the forecast is in case you want to look for romantic love too, right?
Absolutely. But of course, because the other part about all of this, Ronnie, and we've talked about this a lot before, is that you can't really attract love into your life if you're not loving inside already.
Yes.
So if you're on your own, then maybe it's time to really reset and check in with how much love do you have for yourself within, right?
Yes. Well, yes, all love starts with self-love. And I know people sometimes get sick of hearing that and they think, oh, love, I know that. But, it's just so true. You can't really say it enough. You can't hear it enough because people definitely don't practice it enough.
Absolutely.
And, I'm not here to judge anybody. It's just that we both want to really encourage you, because when you love yourself, you're going to be less critical of yourself, and you're going to automatically be less critical of other people, which makes you automatically warmer and more approachable and more likely to interact with people, because you're not all afraid of rejection or whatever. You're coming from a fuller heart, a place of love. And that's why we're very focused on this whole idea of what the love forecast is and what you can look forward to and what's the way that you can make the best out of this month. So you wanted to tell us something about the midway point?
Yeah. So we were just chatting before we hopped on here that today, February, whatever it is, February 4th, today is the exact midway point between winter solstice and spring equinox. And so this is an excellent time. And so I love how we were just talking about that reset, self-love, because this is a really good time to just pause, just slow down a little bit and see how much love do you feel internally. And to your point, Ronnie, what you were just saying about when you feel loving inside you, like when you really fill your own cup up, it changes your vibration. Because always remembering that we attract what we vibrate. So if you're being critical of yourself and then expecting to attract love into your life, you can't. It actually doesn't work. So this is a lovely time to just check in, because this is the month of love. I call it the love month.
Love month, sure. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, and to expand your idea of what is love. So that's why I love Valentine's Day. You're celebrating the love you have with your girlfriends. And I can tell you, 1 year I did that. I had just broken up with a guy. I was all bummed out. And I'm like, I'm still going to celebrate. And I bought roses for my girlfriends and for me. Brought them all to a restaurant. So the three of us went out to eat. And I surprised them with the roses, which was really exciting. And we had champagne and toasted to each other and really celebrated our love for each other and for who we are and our friendships and that sort of thing.
That's beautiful.
It was great. It was fun. And so instead of being sad about the love you don't have, remember to focus on the love you do have, whether it's pets or children or family members or colleagues or neighbors, whatever it is. There are
and above all too is you.
And of course, and love and appreciate yourself. Big time.
Yeah. I just, as you were describing that, it's like, what's wrong with having a candlelit dinner for yourself?
Yeah.
And not from a sense of, oh, woe is me, is I am this brilliant, vibrant ball of love. And I need to
Yeah.
be treated with that.
Yeah. There's a ton of stuff out there too about dating yourself first,
Mm-hmm.
which is really fascinating, which is getting to know and remember who you are, what you like, what do you want to go out and do, and not holding yourself back because you don't have a partner to do it with, but to get out there and really enjoy and participate and get engaged in whatever you're doing. So that's what that whole date yourself first movement is about. And I think it's really smart because getting to know who you are before you go out to find a partner will help you so much in terms of who you choose and who you end up with. So,
Absolutely. Yeah.
so let's pick our first card because we always go through the cards. We're going to do tarot first, correct?
Absolutely.
All right,
So
Moira.
as we've been talking, and this is what I like to do, is as we've been talking and kind of feeling into the energy of what the forecast is, I shuffle the cards and then, oh, this is beautiful. So the card that's come up is the Four of Wands.
Oh, nice.
Isn't that beautiful? And so that really speaks to following your passion. Following your passion. So four is very stable also. So the forecast for this is very much about um, focusing on what you have, celebrating what you have at home. Like maybe you could do a little bit of changing things around just so it lights you up in your own home space. But the other part too about wands is it's very much about finding your passion and finding your purpose, your passion, allowing the insights to land. And so it's really difficult for insights and inspirations to land if you're being critical of yourself or hard on yourself. So that's why the basic piece is love. But I love the energy of this, the Four of Wands, because it is to me that's a very stable. It's a beautiful card that kind of goes along with that idea of review. Where are you?
Yeah.
Are you on
Yeah.
track? Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. That's a great one. All right. So I was doing the same thing and I shuffled my deck, Elemental Wisdom, which is the round cards. Let's see if I can figure out how to show it.
Yeah, there you go. Just bring it
Okay.
up a little bit. Up a
It's so
bit.
hard to
There you go. You got it.
because it's backwards, so you keep trying to change. There it is. There we go. It's a little glarish, but anyway. So this card has a big rock in the middle of this field. And I'm going to say it looks like an obstacle. However, if you really look carefully, you can see there's plenty of room to maneuver.
Absolutely. And there's
You can
three.
go all around that thing and not let it get in your way at all,
Yeah.
right? So that's really an important point. If things look like an obstacle, if there's something in your way, if you're blaming a certain situation or person or whatever it is, just know in this month, you can get around that.
Yeah.
You don't you might not be able to eliminate it, but you don't need to eliminate it because you can just walk around.
Yeah.
And I think that's very empowering because basically it's saying no matter what comes up, no matter what rocks you stumble over or bump into, walk around them because this is the month that you have the freedom to just work around it and keep going towards whatever goal you have about finding love or feeling more love in your life.
And
So,
don't you? I love the fact that that came up when with this day that I just told you about this halfway between solstice and equinox, because it is a reminder that even if you did see or sense obstacles or criticisms within you, that there's always a way, right? There's
yes,
always a way forward with your path.
yes,
So I like that.
absolutely. And so, for sure, this card says don't get hung up because you can just go around it. Don't
Yeah,
let it get in your way.
always a way through.
Yeah. What else do you have for us today, Moira?
Well, I've been shuffling and doing the same thing, shuffling the Soulful Woman cards. And as you know, I love these cards because they give us an affirmation too. So let's look at what's the affirmation. And this is beautiful. So I love the artwork of these cards.
Oh my, so gorgeous.
Isn't that gorgeous? And the card is I embrace my body. So isn't that a
Okay.
beautiful one for love and for what we're talking about if obstacles come up, like maybe come back to being more nurturing and loving. And the affirmation with this one is I honor and embrace all of my body. I am receptive to her specific needs. That
Nice.
That feels really good. And that does feel very much in alignment with what we're just talking about there.
Yeah. And I learned something really good in the month of January about self love. And a lot of people find that a little objectionable, or they think it sounds selfish, or,
Mm.
to focus on themselves or whatever. But another way of looking at self love is um, focus on your cells and send the cells in your body love. And like spend 1 minute sending your body love, all the cells. Now, if you were the kind of person who was bothered by this self-love idea, or you felt weird or foolish or whatever, anything that's going on that you have a problem with it, you can get around it like that rock in doing this, because you can love yourselves and send yourselves love, because without your body, where would you be, right?
Yeah.
So it totally supports you for whatever it is that you want to do, plan,
Yeah.
move towards, or whatever. So if you have trouble with that concept of self-love, I bet you can still love yourself. And even if you don't like your body, you can still love yourself.
The
So
core
that's,
of you.
yeah,
Absolutely. That's
yeah.
well said. Yeah.
So all of those things go together. Every one of those cells make you who you are today. So yes, love your body. And if you can, love your cells, because I'll do it. CELLS. So that's a good one. Was there anything else about that? I don't want to cut you off.
No, I love what you just said, because that is an important part, is there's always something that you can pour love towards.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly. And as we were saying at the beginning, the more love you have in your life, the more love you have in yourself, the more loving you are in your heart.
Yep.
It all
And the
just,
more that's just part of your vibration, right? So that's what
yes,
you're
yes.
projecting. Yeah.
So that's the whole thing about finding ways to elevate your love vibe. I actually have
Hi,
a,
Sandy. Nice to see you here.
oh, hi, Sandy. I actually have a um, free audio on raising 8 ways to raise your love vibe. So if you go to my website, nevertoolate.biz/love vibe, V as in Victor, IBE, love vibe. And then you can get that. And it's all about elevating your love vibe so that you can be more loving and embody more loving or whatever. So I have one more card we're going to talk about too.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm fascinated to see what comes up on this other deck.
I know, I'm so excited about this deck because it's new to me. I got it for my birthday, which was in January.
That's right.
And let's see what comes up. Oh, that's so funny. So this card is, let's see if I can get this in the picture. Go this way, go up, crab apple.
Oh, that's a beautiful card.
The
What is it?
card is so gorgeous. Doreen Virtue's deck, and they're called Flower Therapy. So anyway, this is crab apple. And I have to tell you, I picked this card one day. I was really crabby. And I picked this crab apple card, and I was cracking myself up because I'm like, oh, how perfect for me. Anyway.
Crabby crab apple.
But it's not about being crabby. It says, your new idea is divinely guided and is meant to be shared with others. Continue to work on it as you are on the right path. So if your idea is about love or whatever it is, you're being divinely guided. Follow your bliss, follow your path, follow your heart.
That's awesome. You know what? I'm thrilled that that came up, because that is such beautiful alignment with what I just said about the checking in, right? The halfway point, that is saying that even if you were wondering, I wonder if I'm doing the right things. I'm wondering if I'm loving myself enough. And it's saying, yes, you are.
Yes, you're on the right
You're
path.
on the right path. Yeah.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
even if there's a rock in the path, you're on the right path.
That's right.
And the best part is that you have that stable foundation from the tarot card at the very beginning.
Absolutely.
So things look good for this month.
They really do. I feel it in my heart. This is a beautiful, love-filled month. So regardless of where you're at, or like Ronnie just said about it, whether you're looking for a relationship, or you're questioning, am I doing the right things? Am I on track? This is a beautiful month to really acknowledge and say yes to all the things that you aspire to.
Yes. And yes to all the love that there is in your life. The
Mm-hmm.
more you acknowledge what there is, the more you can embrace and be open to, the more comes to you. So it just builds on itself. You're all set up with a great foundation for that to happen. So Let love live in the month of February, the month of love. Enjoy yourself. Celebrate Valentine's Day, whether you have a Valentine or not. Share with your girlfriends, your kids, whatever. Be sweet to yourself. And we'll see you next month in March for the next love forecast, right? Moira, thank you as always.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. Right.
Take care.
Have a wonderful month, and we'll see you soon.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.